Hi there, my name's Sulin and I'm from Cozy Quilts by Sulin. I'm doing a whole bunch of videos today about how to make a quilt or a cot quilt, whichever one you want to make, and also getting to know, reacquainted with your sewing machine, how to swap out your walking foot. I'm going to do a video right now about fabric choices and putting colors together. I love colors. I absolutely love them. I love to put them together. I love to see them together. I have my own kind of vision of what looks good and what goes well with one another. I'm going to show you what I think are some good fabric choices with my own fabric selection. So I'm going to go as if I would be putting together a quilt for someone. I had someone contact me last night over Facebook and say she wants a quilt, she's interested in buying a quilt, and she loves pastel colors. I said I love pastel colors too. So she said, so I'm going to do what I would do and just kind of go through it, what I would do if I was, well, I am going to choose fabrics for this, but I have other material here for orders that are on the go, and I'm going to just show you what I'm working on, and maybe give you some inspiration about just somebody else's point of view, who's kind of a thrifty quilter, somebody else's point of view and somebody else's perspective on kind of what colors are good and what goes good with what. Okay, so somebody came to my house, a friend of mine, a couple of days ago, and she bought me this. Okay, and I'm going to show it to you. Okay, it's absolutely stunning. It's so thick and it's so heavy, but it's absolutely stunning. It says African Textiles, guaranteed wax prints, 100% cotton. So automatically I think to myself, kind of, you know, what do I want to do with that? What's my kind of vision with that? So I would first of all probably take everything out that's in there. So for me, what I can see is the blue color, the royal blue, the very kind of bright sunshine yellow. There's a little bit of brown in it. Just sort of, that's a brown color going along the edges there, and definitely the white. And I think I want to put in one more color that doesn't exist in it. And for me, when you do that, when you take a fabric like your primary fabric, and when you add in something that doesn't really belong there, for me it kind of just it's like kind of like just bringing it to life more. It's kind of like highlighting it, because it actually draws your attention to what's actually in it, because you kind of think to yourself, well, that doesn't really belong. So for me, it kind of draws my attention to what's actually in it. So when I get a primary pattern like this, I'll normally take everything that's in it, and then I'll take one color that doesn't exist in it but kind of goes with it. So my color choices for this quilt that's coming up for someone is these 4 fabrics, which are in it. Okay, so, and I've ordered these. I'll link the place I bought them from. I got an amazing deal on them. They're 100% cottons. Can you see them? So it's the white, it's a sunshine yellow, it's a royal blue, and it's sort of a dark chestnut color brown. So that's going to go, all those are going to go in the quilt. Okay, so, and then I'm going to add something in it that doesn't exist. So what I was thinking about adding into it, but this is just some ideas, and this is what I would normally do if you guys weren't here, if I wasn't filming this. This is what I would normally do and how I would kind of go about it. I'd take out some colors that I think I like, and I'll just try it next to it until I kind of decide which is kind of the lucky one that gets to go in. Okay, so I'm just taking out right now some fabrics that I think that's the I think that's it. I think I've just found it. But I'll see. Yeah, no, it's not that one. Okay, so I'm gonna turn this around. Just a sec. One more. Right, one more look in my little fabric bin here. Okay. Here's one more option, and then I'll kind of decide what I like. Okay. So these are my 4 options of colors that aren't in the quilt, and I'm going to show them to you right now. Colors that aren't in the quilt. There's so much fabric out here right now. But the things that I like. Now, right, okay, can you see? Maybe it's better if I hold it up here. So I've got like a neon orange color. I've got a red, just a really normal red color, like a cherry kind of red. I've got a dark green and a light green, kind of a neon color green. So I'm going to put those next to these are my color choices here. And that's our main thing there. So I think for me, see, that's really striking to me.
Striking for me.
Okay, but I also really like this neon color green with
What?
these 4 colors, but I don't like it with that. So I think I'm going to pass on the neon green. My next option, I'll just put them back again. So my next option is this dark color green. Now I'm liking that too. I'm liking all those 5 colors together, and I'm liking a lot more. Sweetheart, move out of the camera, please. I'm liking a lot more that darker color with the pattern. So that's a better option for me. The neon orange is too close to the yellow, so that's out. So my last option is red, and red is going to be tempting in here because I'll tell you why. It's a primary color, and we've got 2 primary colors going already. Right, so this is my third option, and this is how I lay my fabric out when I'm deciding. Right, so yeah, that's really nice too. Wow. Okay, so then so then in my head, my next thing I'll be thinking is, what about both of them? That'll be my next train of thought. But I've put them both together, and it's not the vibe I want. It's not that kind of I'll show it to you with all of them together. So it's not that kind of vibe I want. And whenever you see red and green, you have to be really careful because they're thank you, sweetheart. They're colors that look amazing together, but they can be really good together. But at the same time, they can. You have to be careful you don't step into that seasonal Christmas category. So I think for me today, oh boy, it's so tough. It's so tough, but one of them is getting used. I feel like there needs to be another color because I need to draw that attention to what's in. I feel like I need to draw the attention to what's in the thing. And it's almost like I want you to pay attention to what's in this pattern. So I need to show you what's not in it so you'll see what's in it. This is how my brain works when I'm picking colors. So I think I'll probably go with the green. And I think that looks really beautiful. So that's a color choice for this one. I'm going to go through one more color choice for the customer who wants the pastel colors, and I'm going to sort of do it again how I would do it in my mind, okay? So this is just me. But I'm going to pull out everything that I think goes really beautiful together. And then I'm going to kind of like talk through it and think, no, I'm taking that out, I put that back, I take that out, I put that back, and you're going to see me kind of go through the process in my head. So 2 minutes while I pull out what I think could be nice together in sort of different pastel shades. Now, when I'm working with pastel, again, it's like I want to do all pastels, but I need to draw the attention to the fact that I'm using pastel. So I need to put something in there that's not a pastel. So then you can think, oh right, look at all the pastels. It's just a weird way of kind of like reverse psychology, but this is how I think in my head. So I'm pulling out a bunch of fabrics that I have in my fabric stash. These won't necessarily be the ones that I use, but for the purpose of today, I'm pulling lots of different things out. So for the purpose of today, it's going to I'm pulling loads of different things out, and then we can survey them and decide what we think has the most impact. When you're picking colors out, it's really important. It's okay to make it, I mean, it depends what you're doing. If you're making a quilt for yourself, it's totally different rules. If you're making a quilt for somebody else, they're generally telling you what they want, and they're generally, sometimes they're very specific, and they'll say, oh, I don't want that fabric, I don't want that fabric. And then sometimes they'll just say, I want these 3 colors. So then you can use your imagination a bit. But if I'm making it for myself, or somebody just said something very vague, I'm going to spend a lot of time kind of looking at things and narrowing it down and whittling it down to what I like and I don't like. This one needs a lot more. So I'm building it up right now. I'm thinking, right, what kind of looks good? These are some of the things I've got out. This is just some of the stuff in my stash. Hold on, I'll turn the camera for you. So these are just some colors. Some fabrics that I'm looking at. Kind of lighter colors. And then, yeah, going all the way through. And so I'll kind of decide, I'll kind of pick and choose between those. That's a baby blue. And decide what I like. But I've got so many fabrics. I mean, a purple could be nice in there. You just have to pick and choose. And then you just have to stand back and see what it's like. But a few good tips. Take your primary fabric. Pull all the stuff out of there. Use colors to help emphasize the idea of what you're trying to do, and also use complementary colors to another, so blue and yellow, red and green, just to offset the colors. Because when you put two colors together, what you really want to see is like vibrancy, and what you really want to see is like something really stunning and eye-catching. And when I put colors together, like I noticed in all the quilts I've made, the ones that I get the most likes for, and the ones that have taken me over like to 1,000 likes, are ones that are kind of the bright ones, the sharp ones, the vibrancy, the really catching colors, the really kind of things that make you do a double take. And normally that's putting loads of colors together, like an explosion of colors, and just like a sharp strike of color. And it really has to catch your eye. If you're putting your stuff up on like quilting groups and stuff, and it's just kind of, you know, you've got some browns and or some blues, and you know, it's not gonna be eye catching. You won't get that kind of attention factor. If you're putting stuff up that's really got vibrancy in it, like all different colors, like the rainbow, and all different contrasting colors and different shades of colors, and you're really gonna get a lot more impact and a lot more interest in your quilt. So I'm gonna go ahead and choose from here, but I've put a bit of an array out of things that kind of interest me. So I'll kind of like whittle it down. But those are some pretty beautiful fabrics. So I'll kind of whittle it down, and I'll let you know on my Facebook page. If you stop on my Facebook page at Cozy Quilts by Suelynn, Suelynn, you can follow along the quilts I'm working on. Also, you can subscribe to my YouTube channel if you want to follow us along to make this quilt that we're going to be making, and other helpful videos for using your sewing machine and sewing machine hacks, tips and stuff like that. And also, yeah, if you want to subscribe to my channel, that'd be good, and I'd appreciate it. So thanks very much, and gonna move on to our next video now, which is attaching a walking foot to your sewing machine. Okay, so thanks very much, and have a nice day, and thank you for joining us. Take care. Bye now.